cash grants for small businesses. And so we wanted to talk about that program and give some guidelines for and guidance for what that is, and have business owners, especially downtown, and knowing what to do to apply for these funds and timing. Jay is also here with us. He's our Main Street manager, and he is going to give us a quick announcement about the what's happening downtown, specifically around the flowers.
Great, thanks, Robin. We are meeting this Saturday morning at 8 a.m. in the Academy parking lot. That's the one, if you're driving down 12th Avenue towards the train depot, it's going to be on your left. That's where the flower pots are going to be delivered, and we'll be launching off from there to go throughout the downtown, hanging the baskets, making sure that everything's put together well there. We'll also be putting flowers in the pots that are on the ground, and just doing some general cleanup around the area. So if you're able to join us, we'd love to have you down there. This is a combination between the BID and the Main Street program getting together to beautify downtown. So come out for the annual hanging of the baskets. Back to you.
We can't hear you, Robin.
Sorry, got to unmute. Thank you. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. Our downtown will look great right before Mother's Day. That's exciting. So back to the Idaho Rebound cash grants for small businesses. Idaho is very unique. It's the only state that is using the funding from the Corona Relief Fund to give grants to small businesses. And so there's up to $300 million that they've put to this program. And it is in $10,000 increments that they will be awarded. And additionally, it is targeted at those people, small businesses, that did not receive the Payment Protection Program funding, or they received $10,000 or less than $10,000 through that PPP program. So if you received less than $10,000 through PPP, then you're still eligible. So basically, almost everyone is eligible to apply. If you're a sole proprietor, a partnership, a C Corp, an S Corp, LLC, nonprofits, 501c6s, 501c19s, veterans, and tribal businesses. So there's a lot of people who are eligible to apply. And then having your EIN is important in being eligible also. The only person or business type that is not eligible is if you're in business by yourself. So all the rest of those groups that I listed before are eligible. So eligible entities with an EIN, they have a full listing, and I'm going to share my screen and just to show the page that's the Idaho Rebounds page that is specifically for this grant program. It really is awesome at outlining all of the things that you need to have in order to be ready to apply for this funding. So I mentioned earlier that it is grants up to $10,000 for eligible applicants. Another thing to be aware of is if you did receive the PPP less than $10,000, you can't double dip. So you need to be using the funding for something other than what you're using the funding for with your PPP funds. So the federal government doesn't allow you to use those funds for the same purposes. So that's something to be aware of. Additionally, there was a mistake for the application timelines that was sent out. Probably all of you have received that or know about received an email about this. So the funding timeline for the first wave is for folks that are 1 to 19 employees. And that is for, it will start on May 11th at noon. So you can start applying at May 11th at noon. And then it has a very tight timeline for applications being accepted to May 15th at noon. So there's the timing for being able to apply in the first wave if you are in that employee number category. So additionally, the second wave, eligible entities with 1 to 50 employees, then that group of folks, they can start applying at noon on May 18th. And then they have a 4-day window also. So all of this, in fact, if Jay, you could make a comment in the chat box to put up the website for Idaho Rebound so people can find it. That would be awesome. And I'll share my screen too. An important thing to know for applying is that you need to have a tax access point account to do this application. The State Tax Commission is the one handling all of these applications. So if you have that account already set up, that's great. Or if you work with your tax professional and they have that set up, you can work through that account. Additionally, on the page that Jay is going to put in the chat is the link to apply for the applications, where you're going to link, or the link to their application site. It's not up currently, but it will be there on the date. So I think Jay's added it to, yeah, there you go. Has added that to the website. So they'll have that portal up ready for taking applications. So it walks through on this page, walks through how to set up your what's called a TAP account, or the Taxpayer Access Point account, and what you need to do to have that ready to go. So that's something that would be great to do in preparation for next week when the applications are available to be taken. They are not accepting a paper application. That's all online. That's something also to be aware of. So they are going to work as quickly as they can to sort through the applications and get through them as fast as possible. And they will also be doing direct deposits. They anticipate that they'll be ready for direct deposit within 1 week after your application is approved. So hopefully they can get through the applications pretty quickly, and then once your application is approved, then you should see it in your bank account within about a week. So again, we wanted to do, looks like, okay, so Jerry put in the comments, thanks Jerry, appreciate that. He says companies that don't have a TAP account right now should do that as soon as possible, because it does take the tax commission a few days to process that account and get that set up. So, and then PIN numbers are given to you via snail mail. So I guess if you act today, you could probably have all of your paperwork in order to get that application put in. So thanks, Jerry, for that piece of information. But beyond that, that's kind of that is the outline that I wanted to provide. I am going to share my screen so you can see the page specifically I'm talking about for, here we go. Okay, are you guys seeing that? Are you seeing the right screen? Jay, can you? Yes, okay. So it's the Idaho Rebound Cash Grants for Small Businesses. You can see the details, who's eligible to apply, and then with your EIN that you need to be meeting the following criteria. And then they go through just frequently asked questions. And then again, right down here, I'm going to scroll down. This is the part about the TAP account that you want to pay attention to, important for getting this set up. And then how they're going to be awarding. So great. And then down at the very bottom is if you have any more questions, this is who to send an email to, and then their 833 number that you can call and ask questions to. So a second, let me go back to stopping to share my screen. Hang on, sorry. My technical difficulties here, there we go. So that is what I have for the grants, or the program that is available through Idaho, which is exciting. So at this point, if there's any questions, we're happy to answer any questions that you guys have. If you want to have any in the chat on the side, that'd be great.
Or maybe people could raise their hand and we could unmute them that way.
Yeah, that's great, Jay. Is there any questions? If we don't have any questions, our office is happy to answer any. And you can reach out to our office through email or to our phone, call us, give us a ring.
Robin, it looked like Jordan Baker might have a question.
Okay, Jordan, do you want to unmute yourself?
Yeah. If you're a sole proprietor in business for yourself, and I think in my case, for a LLC, I'm both the owner and the employee, or the manager and the employee. I don't have any other employees. What do you think about applying for the grant in that instance?
Yes. Yeah, still sole proprietors, you can still, it looks like you're eligible to apply. I would for sure try. Yes.
You said something about being in business for yourself is one of the only ways you would not, or one of the only reasons, but that must be different than my case.
Yes. Yeah, I think if you're registered as a sole proprietor, then you're still okay.
Okay, and I'm talking about my yoga business, not my Thrivent financial business.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then there's some language that says, we don't want anyone applying unless they were severely affected. There's some language speaking towards there being a real severe effect on us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Up to interpretation, I guess.
Yes.
Or will the grants be decided based on how severe we can characterize our situation?
Yeah, I think that they're looking at just the eligibility requirements. If you are eligible and that you can show that there's a need, I think you're more than welcome to apply and try.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Robin, this is Mitch. Could you or Beth or anybody, Jerry, what are you hearing about the lottery aspect? If there's too many applications, it's kind of being said that it's going to go to a lottery. Have you heard how that might work?
Yeah, I haven't heard exactly how it's going to work, more than just what you just said, that if there is too many applicants, that they will go to a lottery. Yes. So I don't know how they're going to do the lottery. They haven't given I haven't seen more detail on that, but just knowing that if there is more applicants than there is funding, then they'll go to a lottery system.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Beth, were you saying something? I saw you.
I was just gonna say that yes, they are not evaluating the applications necessarily by need or anything else, just determining eligibility, and then everyone who applies will get money as long as they don't run out of money. And if they do, they will use a lottery system to determine who gets it. And then I also see Marie has her hand up.
I just have a comment to add. We were on the phone yesterday with representatives from the governor's office, and in reference to the, did you it's a self-assessment of if this has impacted your business or not. So it's a self-certification. So really they're counting on everybody to do the best job they can when they apply and be as honest as they can. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Thanks, Marie. I appreciate that. Do we have any other comments or things that other people thought maybe we should know? Appreciate the side comments from Jerry and Mitch. Do we have anybody else raising their hand? All right. Well, we appreciate all of you on the line or participating, and know that this is a really, really difficult time for many of our businesses. And again, our office is really available to try to answer your questions and help and support. So let us know if we can help you out. And we will be back next week. It will be Jay and I will be discussing more things to do to help support your business during downtown. Jay, was there anything else you wanted to say for next week?
Not yet. I think what we're going to try and do is focus on a couple of businesses in town that in the retail sector that have been open for a week, and just sort of see how things are going for them, what their experience has been with reopening, as far as customer counts and expectations that they may have had going into it, and what kind of support they've been getting out of the community. So kind of a Wizard of Oz, somewhere over the rainbow theme with Dorothy and Toto, and going that direction. So tune in and see what we can come up with.
All right, thanks so much. Thanks very much for everyone attending, and we will be on next Thursday at 12:30.